Make sure you scan the QR code on the screen. I know many of you, like me, have two phones. So take one of your phones, the phone that you're watching me on, that you just hit like on, that you already subscribed on. You can watch me on that phone, and then take your other phone and scan the QR code. And all the directions is there on the QR code, how to get in contact with everything, be in the mix of everything that I'm doing and do. The QR code is right there, right on the screen. You can scan it right off the screen. I ain't even playing. You can scan it right off the screen. Let's get to it. Yes. We're gonna have this dialogue tonight. Very, very touchy topic. So I want to go through it with y'all and get y'all opinion, because everybody's opinion counts in this situation. Let me give y'all my opinion, give y'all my thoughts. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I see you there. I'm just here trying to get to it, trying to get through it, to get to it, right? That like button should be hit. That share button should be hit. We gonna talk. Yeah. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is Doggie Diamonds No Filter. This is the video version of the podcast, which is an audio version. And you could go to doggiediamondsnofilter.com, which that link is in the description box. And I'm going to make sure that that link is available to you, so you can always go there and hear the audio of the shows as well as the videos. And I'm going to work on my email blast. I'm going to do all of that to make sure everything is available. I'm waiting for, after I leave y'all, I got some hummus and I got some chips. So I am a fan of hummus. I am addicted to hummus. So the Cash App is available and the Super Chat is available. I'm going to buy some hummus. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. Where is my drink? I don't know where my drink is at, but I'm going to buy some hummus. I love hummus. Love, love, love hummus. Oh, man, I love hummus. Touchy situation. Very, very triggering situation for many different reasons. But I just do want to give y'all a little bit of the backstory of what happened, and possibly bring y'all up to speed if y'all not aware of what happened. So over the weekend, I believe, and I took this from Yahoo News, and I thought it was a good title, so I took it and remixed it a little bit, because I can't put those, the S word and the A word. I can't put those in the title because YouTube would just dub you for that. So I found a way to use a little bit of street slang, not to undermine or minimize anybody's demise, but I just had to do that for purposes of being able to, put it up on YouTube without them going crazy. So the internet is in a hot debate. This is from Yahoo News, by the way. The internet is in a hot debate about a recent shooting in Chicago where a mother allegedly asked her 14-year-old to gun down the man who punched her. According to Fox 59 News, the two faced murder charges. However, some believe the family's actions were in self-defense. Carlicia Hood was at the Maxwell Street Express on South Halsted Avenue when she got into an argument with another customer. The man was seen on a bystander's video threatening Hood that if she said one more thing, he would knock her out. Hood looked off camera and said, "Get the gun." Then seconds later, the man wound up his fist and struck Hood several times. Surveillance camera footage shows Hood's 14-year-old son appear in the doorway, pulling a firearm from his hoodie and shooting at the man. Read more down here. I guess it's I guess the story continues. Let me go to stories continues. Much of the back and forth on Twitter was between the 14-year-old having a right to protect his mother and Hood deserving criminal punishment for allegedly ordering her son to execute the man. Illinois self-defense laws say that the use of deadly force must be in response to a grave and immediate threats, illegal threats, or danger present that requires the use of force of that degree. The state's attorney's office don't believe that their actions fit the bill at first. But according to WGN9 News, the attorney's office dropped their charges because the evidence and the law were unable to meet the burden of proof in the prosecution. In other words, the evidence doesn't support the claim that these two were murderers. Neither Hood nor her son had prior criminal offenses on their records. So, Tad, I owe you an apology because you did say that's what happened, and I said something different happened. Tad is my cousin. So, in this situation, we're going to have the debate. We have two sides to it. Some people believe that why would she put her son in a situation? And she should have de-escalated the situation to where her son wouldn't have had to use that type of force and do what he did to body the guy. Some people believe that the son did the right thing in bodying the guy who harmed his mother. I'm torn. I'm torn for two reasons. The protector, the parent, future parent, but I am a parent nonetheless. But the protector of me, the protector in me rather, will see a child, and I would never put a child in a situation where they have to make a grown-up decision like that. Where they have to, for the rest of their life at 14 years old, have to live with the fact that they took somebody's life forever. That's one way to look at it, because at the same time, she should have found a way to not be in the situation. Then you have the flip side. The flip side is he should have never said, say one more thing, I'm going to punch you in your face, because any man who punches a woman in the face, in the arm, in the lip, in the eyebrow is a coward. No way was she a threat. No way can she physically beat him. No way did she pose any threat that he would have had to swing on her besides him having an attitude. Besides him doing, obviously, what he's done before to another woman. Because if you can blatantly just punch on a woman like that, punch her all in her face like that, you done that shit before. Some people believe that if she had just been quiet, it wouldn't have happened. That could be true. But I've never seen one situation on God's green earth where you told somebody, say something else, and I'm going to do this, and they ain't say something else. So whether she ran her mouth again or whether she was quiet, he was so amped up, I feel in my heart that he would have punched her regardless, because he wanted to punch her. I don't know what happened. I'm being respectfully, but I don't know if they was arguing over hairy chicken wings. I don't know what happened. We don't know the backstory, but it doesn't matter, because the end result is your ass is dead. You died angry, you died mad, you died a woman beater, and then what happens is they dig up you. And when they go look you up, they see you with a pistol in your hand. When they look you up, your arrest record, that's why I said when you're in situations, be careful how you present yourself, because they're always going to go look at your character, your previous character in situations. And your previous character sometimes justifies what happens to you in the here and now. So if you have a reputation of doing shit to people, if you have a reputation of punching women, if you have a reputation of hitting people, then when your ass get popped, they're going to say, well, he was a criminal. When I saw it, no lie, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, I wanted to shoot him. When I saw it, I'm not a pull out a cell phone man. I'm not a footage guy. I'm hands on. I would have tried as much as I could to de-escalate the situation, because I seen that he's turned up. I seen that she's going to say what she had to say. So I don't want to be in a situation where I can get harmed trying to stop people losing their damn mind. I seen her say to her son, go to the car. I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate if that go to the car means go to the car. Because in the street, when we say certain things to each other, we know what it means. Y'all just don't know what it means. So if I'm in a situation with somebody and I give them certain coded language, it might mean something to you, but it means something to them. So the charges is dropped. Now, that kid was protecting his mama. Regardless, he's protecting his mama. I mean, he protecting his mama. If my mother was alive and you did something to my mother, I would have shot everybody in there being crazy, because I just would have just lost it. If you put your hands on my last living sister, I'm going to lose it. You're not going to punch no woman that I love in the face. Why? Because you're acting like a mad woman. I know for a fact that no woman can physically harm me with the punches, with the blows. Some of y'all women are Amazon. Some of y'all are big. Some of y'all think y'all could fight. But I'm a man. I hit like a man, and I could take a punch. But I've never in my life put my hands on a woman in any way, unless I put my hands on them and it was warm and fuzzy and they invited it. But I've never physically harmed a woman with these, ever. It ain't my thing. It's never been my thing. I always looked at dudes who did it and never understood it. Because if you're not a killer, when you watch somebody punch your moms in the face, you become one. So he picked the wrong mother to punch in the face. You picked the wrong mama to punch. Now, there's speculation that she told the son to shoot everybody. The jury's still out on that. I don't know. But it's a sad situation. And I tell y'all a lot of times, anytime you leave your house, the object of the game is to get back home safety, not to go outside and die, not to go outside and kill, not to go outside and get punched in your face or maimed. Some people feel, well, some men feel like she should have shut it the fuck up. I know shut it is not a word, but I just love to say that. Some people feel like she should have just shut up. A part of me wanted to say, for the sake of the situation, she should have probably just said nothing else. But I think, knowing you got that ratty in the car, which she was a licensed carrier. She was a licensed carrier. She knows she got it. See, me, I got it on my person. So if you think you're going to punch me or punch somebody I love, I guarantee you that's the last person you wouldn't even, listen, that will be the last person you ever punch. So there's different reports. There's different reports that he chased the man down. That's not what that just said that I read. You can go back. But I was taught, and I taught my older sisters, never argue with a man. Never argue with a man. I don't argue with women. I don't even argue with these bitch ass niggas because I already know that I will punch a hole in your face. I only get into arguments on the internet. I've only been a bozo, a clown, a dick rider, all that shit on the internet. In person, listen, fam, just go ahead. Because this ain't going to end well for none of us. That's just me. I've always told my sisters, don't argue with a man. Because in arguing, you're going to get your ass whipped. Or this man might be angry enough to stab you. He might, I don't know what he's going to do. But I feel, and we're going to be honest, they both were wrong. They both was assaulted. It just so happened one person died. Who was wronger? I don't really know. That's for y'all to discuss. That's for y'all to decide. That's what the comments is for. That's what the comment situation is for. We're going to be torn. But in this situation, there is a lesson to be learned that if you are in this situation, you as the woman and you as the man, shut up. Because if you don't shut up, you can get punched in your face. And if you don't calm the hell down, somebody could come shoot you. But the fact that he was swinging on her like that, I ain't gonna front. It really, really, really bothered me. It really bothered me. Like it did something to me. It really, really bothered me. It really, really bothered me. I'm not justifying no man hitting no woman under no circumstances. My cousin said something to me. I said, yo, when a woman cheats with a man or messes with another man, why does the dude get mad at the other dude and beat the other dude up? He said, because you can't hit your girl. She cheated, she stepped out. But you can't hit her. Somebody gotta get punched in the nose. So you're gonna punch the dude. I said, I never thought about that. You can't swing on her. Somebody gotta get swung on. But remember, anytime you use these, it can cause somebody to use one of these. Nobody's going to, in this day and time, take a punch in the nose. Nobody in this day and time is going to get swung on and be viral. Because now we have ego. Now we have trolls. We have people who go in people's comments and let them know every day of their life that they got punched. They got the little boy who, through his mother, can be identified. And they say, you didn't do shit when that dude punched your mother in the face. This is what people do. I get trolled every day of my life. I get told that I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not. Good thing I've been in this culture for a long time. Good thing that I'm trained to, be very, very witty, very, very disrespectful. But if I was to let the words of other people and trolls get to me, I would go insane. I would go insane. But every day somebody says to me, you're not this, you didn't that. And blah, 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 blah. And this happened. So imagine the woman got punched in her face. She's identified through who she is. The video is going to go viral. Everybody's going to look at that. When this 14-year-old high school graduate goes to school, no, he's not a high school graduate. I think a junior high school graduate. When he goes to school, somebody's going to say, yo, why you let your mother get punched like that? I would have. And see, I would have has always been a problem in our community because it's very battery operated. I would have, or you should have, has always been a problem for us. Because now people pressure people into the next time I'm in this situation, I'm going to possibly overreact to appease the critics. That's why I don't give a fuck about what nobody say. That's why I don't listen to people. I tell people to eat 65 dicks. I will disrespect you, whatever, because I know that if I listen to you, you are going to trick me out of my position trying to prove something to people that don't love me. Because 1 minute I'm a coward for not shooting, and then when I shoot, I'm stupid. You had everything going for yourself. The same situation that people egged on the Taxstone shit. This is very similar to me. Not what happened in that situation, but the end result. Yo, you should do here, ha ha ha. It was very funny, ha 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 ha. Then when he does what he said he gonna do, then when he do what people were trolling for, now he's stupid. He threw it all away. He had this going on. Well, it was just funny what he was doing in the other day. It was just funny when he said if they run down on him, he'll shoot them. Y'all thought that shit was funny. That's why I always say the same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. Everything is not funny. Everything is just not that cut and dry. You only know the consequence when you're faced with it. So now we're in situations where, what do you do in this situation? Do I shoot? Do I leave? Do I run? Do I be quiet? Doggy Diamonds, what I do, I will never have to prove that I'm not a punk. I will never have to prove to anybody that don't love me that I'm not a punk. What happens? I've been in crisis situations where I wouldn't be sitting here. Let's just say that. I've called people who love me. They always said, go home. I've been heated. Yo, go home. I'm on my way to your house. You should be there by the time I get there. Go home. Nobody has ever told me, yo, hit them up. Yo, do this, do that. Because if you love me, how would you try to coerce me or put the battery in me or keep the energy going that I'm about to just throw it all away? Now, if I'm in a situation where I can retreat, I retreat. But a lot of times people be like, you ain't do this when such and such happened. Like the time when Sarnetta called me and disrespect me. People's like, well, you didn't do nothing to Sarnetta. And I used to say, but what do y'all want me to do? What am I supposed to do now? Go kill him? Like, what do I do? Like, he said words. What do I do? He know better. The people who know me know better. What do I do? But for the fact that people want to egg you on to prove something for their enjoyment, you do it. And then they say he's stupid. You dumb. So that's why I don't listen to people. You talk too crazy, I'll get you up out of here because I'm not listening to you. I know that you don't love me. You have no good intention for me. You don't care about me. So in this situation, this man said, if you say one more thing, I'm going to punch you right in your face. Then he said what? Word to my grandmother. Now, I bet you 10 times out of 10, his grandmother is deceased. So his emotions is running because he know he's being filmed. He's putting on a goddamn Oscar-winning performance. So you said word to your grandmother, and you said if you say one more thing, I'm going to punch you. And if you don't punch her, somebody's going to say to him, man, I would have took that bitch head off. Why you ain't swing on her? What happens? He goes back to the same stupid-ass hood with the same stupid-ass hood mentality, and people say, hey, you should have punched her right in her fucking face. Or somebody tries him now. And you know what they say? That chick balked on you, you ain't do nothing. So now he's walking around with a chip on his shoulder, feeling like, I gotta prove something. I gotta prove that I ain't no joke. So in that moment, when he could have just said, yo, psst, you know what? As I would have said, first of all, I'm not arguing over no hairy chicken wings. I done been in line. I done been cut in line. I done so much shit has happened to me, but I've always knew how to handle it. You know why? First and foremost, I'm a fucking grown-up. I do grown-up shit. I think like a grown-up. I think like a grown-up who wants to go home. I think like a grown-up who did not come outside to die. I did not come outside to kill anybody. And I did not come outside to put somebody in a situation where they could die, kill, or anything. I came outside. So whoever's with me, I'm also responsible for them, especially if it's a child. Especially if it's a child. I would have made humor out of it. I would have told a joke. I know how to respectfully disrespect people. I've been in a situation where I've been in Aldi and people have just jumped in front of me. The average hood, street, stupid nigga would say, yo, come on. Me, being who I am, would say, well, if y'all gonna get in front of me, y'all might as well pay for my stuff too. It was only $10. What they do, they laugh, I laugh, and they say, go ahead. You was here. And I say, you know what? Just go ahead. It ain't no big deal. But if I react like a nigga who don't know no better, a nigga with no home training, a nigga who know that I'm being filmed and I got something to prove to people who don't love me, that's how I'm going to react. Fuck y'all skipping me for? Come on, man, I'm ready to... No. I got to go home. I didn't come to Aldi to get some unsalted sunflower seeds and cranberries to die. I didn't come here to kill nobody either. I'm not in danger because you got in front of me online. I'm not in any danger. Nothing's going to happen. And if you feel like I'm a punk, cool. I dare you to test me where you put your hands on me or attempt to. So when you're thinking further and you're thinking with your ego and you're thinking like a nigga, you're going to do nigga shit. And that's what make you punch women in the face. That's what make you not be rational. And that's what causes you to die. So you think this man went to the hair, Anthony Suarez, thank you for the super chat. So you think that this man got up and said, you know what? I'm going to go get me some hairy chicken wings, some pork fried rice, and some egg foo young. And I'm going to punch somebody in the face, and I'm also going to die. You think he got up like that? But then what they do, they search your track record, they look at what you do, and they say, hold on, you was a fuck nigga. So somebody killing you, who cares? Who cares? Or he might have got up, had a great day, kissed his babies, kissed his woman, sucked her titty before he left, gave the kids some cereal, played the game, and had a bad moment. And one bad moment, one bad decision, putting your hands on somebody that you shouldn't have put your hands on, cost you your life. There's a lesson in all of this. It just so happens, unfortunately, somebody is dead. It just so happens, unfortunately, a young man is forced to take a life defending his mother. And some people is going to condemn him, and some people is going to justify the situation. Me, it's two ways to look at it. It's two different perspectives. Me, I wouldn't have been in that situation because I would have found a way to de-escalate it because I know I got it on me and I know I got all the power. Then the fearful thing in me was he punched her all up in her face. What if he had it on him? He was that mad, he probably would have shot her. And I've seen people that mad at me on the internet. And when I seen them that mad, I no longer trusted them. And under any circumstances, I promise you, I'm like, no, this nigga's mad. He's so mad. She's so mad that if they was around me, they probably would try to physically harm me. This is another way to look at it. This is the problem as well. And I hate to do this. Y-Town's King, I appreciate you for the super chat. Jay-Z's first bar in Streets is Watching is still true to this day. It keeps me from jumping out the window all the time. If I shoot you, I'm brainless, but if you shoot me, you're famous. Absolutely. So, at the end of the day, a death occurred over some hairy ass chicken wings. That's the bottom line. I hope the young man get counseling. He just did a grown up. He just made a grown up decision and he's 14. Sadly, in our community, because this kid graduated from school, was a good kid, don't have a criminal record. Sadly, in our community, at 14, I already was handling them guns. So he was already better than me. I was already handling guns at 14. So his first time maybe handling the weapon was deadly force. So I feel for him. Because at the end of the day, he's still a baby. And two adults didn't know how to de-escalate a situation where the 14-year-old child was forced to make a grown man decision. And I'm not going to fault him for that. I'm not going to say he was wrong. I'm not going to say he shouldn't have did that. I'm not going to do that. But at the end of the day, listen, it's fucked up. And you know what's funny? This situation happens so much in the hood. This got filmed. This got filmed. It don't always get filmed, but this got filmed. That's why we saw it, because it got filmed. You know how many times in the hood with this mentality, this hater mentality, this hate shit, this angry at everything, bitter at everything, the struggle mentality, how people will die for nothing, because it's really over nothing. Nigga, you got that mad in the hairy chicken wing spot that you punched a lady in the face? And then you said, I'm telling you, when I knew he was going to do it, when he said, word to my grandmother. He had to hold his word. He could have said, say something again and I'm going to swing on you. The immature mind that so many of these dudes possess, and even women as well, he said, word to my grandmother. What do we see on the internet every day? Dead homies. Word to this gang. Word to this block. You gave your word. So now you got to perform. On the dead homies. Because now when you go back, yo, you said on the dead homies and you ain't do shit. You spoke on the dead. We've seen so many situations where people die. And again, 9 times out of 10, his grandmother is deceased. And guess what now?
Your ass is with her.
Because you didn't know how to
keep your fucking hands to yourself.
This is a lesson for everybody. This is a lesson. This is a lesson, mothers, if you're faced with this situation, I don't care if you're a licensed firearm carrier. I don't care if you know how to shoot a goddamn mole off a rabbit's ass. I don't care. You stay out of these situations for the sake of your child. You don't want your child to be a killer now. You don't want your son, your daughter to be a killer. I have a bigger question, which is, I want to be fair. I don't want to talk about nobody's death in a way that I'm minimizing their life or whatever the case may be. We've seen white men kill children for maybe being in the front of their house, but maybe knocking on their door. We've seen it. We've seen it. It happens. For being in the wrong neighborhood. And it's questioned all the time. What did he do? Or she do to make that white person kill him? It's time they wasn't even charged. It's time where charges ain't been filed in months. It's times where it's always like, well, what did you do? Because we're always guilty in the eyes of society. We're always guilty. Now, listen, now, if that had been a Caucasian man, their ass would get fried. But our lives really don't mean nothing because it don't mean nothing. Why? Because we don't value it. Why? Because many of us are guilty by association. That's why at all costs, do I get away from niggas? Do I get away from hating ass niggas? Do I get away from niggas that got a certain energy that I know you're going to get me killed, you're going to kill somebody, or you're going to get both of us killed, or you're going to get somebody innocently killed because of the energy. So what happens is when they see this shit and we project on these platforms, I'm a real nigga, I'm this, just like when Kermit Campbell said, hey, he ain't no street guy, he's smart. I was supposed to be appalled. I'm not smart. How dare you call me smart? I'm a street guy. I did this, I did that. I said, wait, I'm smart? I give you Poindexter vibes? Thank you. Thank you. Shit. I've been trying to tell motherfuckers I'm a genius for a while. Thank you. I think I'm a genius. Because there ain't no reward in being no real nigga. I'm happy to be called a genius. I'm happy to be called smart. That's not a diss. I bust my ass and bust this brain to acquire all this knowledge that I got and apply it. So if you think dissing me is calling me smart, who's really the dummy? But in the hood, in the mentality, I'm supposed to say, oh nah, when I was 14, I was supposed to do that. And what does it do? It assassinates your character, your own character, because everything we say is Doggie Diamond said he this, Doggie Diamonds did this, Doggie, oh, in that video, the trolls come, in that video, you said such and such. So what happens if I happen to get assaulted, accosted in any type of way, then anything that happens to me, I deserved it because I said I was this. A dummy can never outsmart me. Only an intelligent person can spar with me mentally. These motherfuckers are stupid. So you're never going to be able to be on any level with me. And all you got to do is have some type of microphone. All you got to do is have an audience and say some words that sound like it's smart. You don't have to have no application and you will retain the audience. You will get an audience. But your ways and actions don't never have to add up to shit. So right now in our culture, we are rewarding people for being pieces of shit. We are rewarding people for saying what they did to people. They are looked upon, they are propped up, they are loved. But the men who are smart, the women who are smart, the children who are smart, the babies who are smart, nobody gives a fuck about them. That's why you can sit here for 3 hours and tell everybody what you hate, who you hate, why this, that, and the third. Your super chat gonna go crazy. Your Cash App gonna go crazy. But when you sit there with some type of semblance of intelligence, you the smart nigga. Because with the smart nigga, you're supposed to be using your smarts for manipulation. You're supposed to be using your smart to get some pussy. You're supposed to be being smart to get pussy pictures, to get cash apps, to get a following. That's what you're supposed to be using your smarts for, to trick people. I just use my smarts for me and be able to give you direction in ways to obtain some of the knowledge that I got and do and apply it how you have to apply it. So this man, what they do, they go right to his pictures. He had a gun in his hand. Well, that's it. You a nigga. Dolores, I love that name. That's my sister's middle name. Dolores Hall. Common sense ain't so common no more, though. So you got to remember, one of the problems that we have is everything is emotion. It's not logic. It's emotion. That was emotion. That wasn't logic. When I say trick people, most people who sound intelligent, who speak intelligent, they come in front of the black people in the black community and they trick people because they have a hidden agenda. So when I say that, that's what I mean. But that was emotional. That was emotional. That was emotional. That was stupid. A life was lost. And now we got to worry about this young man's mental health. Because two things can happen. He could either be very, very remorseful and realize what he did, or he could turn into the most rewarded thing on the internet, on on the internet, on Instagram, and rap on TV. Demon time. That's rewarded. That I sit here sometimes and I watch people. They could talk with the fire. When they talk, their nostrils flare. I see it sometimes, and I'll be like, "Ooh," and y'all looking, I'll be like, "Ooh, he going in." But when the cameras yell cut, niggas full of shit. But I bet you, the fact that he let it go, especially in Chicago, unfortunately, he might have people who say, yo, you caught your first one. Unfortunately, you might see him again and he got a tattoo under his eye. Because all that behavior is rewarded. The more niggery you are, the more black people you oppress, harm, the more rewarded you are. The greater you are, the more they look at you like you a real nigga. That's why all these niggas brag about the shit they did. It ain't that I can't. I don't think the shit is cute. I did a lot of shit in youth. I did a lot of shit that some nights, mysteriously or strangely, I cried for. I did shit in my life that sometimes it just hit me and said, damn, what the fuck I do that for? Not realizing you did it because everybody else was doing it. You did it because that was status quo of the hood. You did it or you was pussy. One thing you don't want to be as a black man is pussy. You don't want to be a bitch. You don't want to be a pussy. So you're always trying to prove yourself. One time, and I remember when I wanted out of the street shit. One time, we formed on this kid. And we kids ourselves, but we formed on him, whipped his ass, went in his pockets. He had 2 quarters. 2 quarters. And I always remember, and me and one of my friends talked about it years later, like, yo, you remember that kid we beat up in front of the church? In front of the church. So a lot of times when you see me making amends with a lot of shit and making peace with shit or giving or extending myself to undeserving, ungrateful ass people, when you see me doing that, I'm clearing my foul ass deeds. I'm tipping the scales of when I was a kid and I did stupid shit as an adult doing the right thing because I know better as an adult. Some niggas ain't adults. But I remember the kids screaming. We was the same age. I wasn't like I was older than them, like we beat up a little dude, but we beat him up for 50 cents. And I was like, come on, man, I ain't doing this shit no more. We only had 2 quarters. Fuck we gonna do with 2 quarters? So I felt disgrace. And I was like, man, I ain't. But none of that shit is frowned upon. The more vile, the more vicious you are, the more you harm people, the more people you cut, stabbed, shot, robbed, scraped, the more women you disrespect. You even get a good reputation for disrespecting women in the hood. You know, he don't give a fuck. He'll punch that bitch right in her face. It's some dudes who got a good reputation because they'll punch a chick in the face. Who's she talking to, Star Mel? Yo, watch. Star Mel gonna swing on her, watch. Nobody ever says, yo, Star Mel, man, you can't be hitting ladies like that. I had a kid who I seen a dude smack him so hard that I heard that shit all the way down the block. Word to my brother. Here I go. Smacked. I said, yo, what was that sound? Yeah, I smacked the shit out of that nigga. I said, that was a slap? I heard that shit down. He said, yo, I smacked him. He slapped him. He ain't do shit. He just got slapped. He seen a chick arguing with me. I didn't argue with her because again, as a man, you can't fucking beat me. You can say whatever you want, but you can't beat me. So whatever. As long as you don't put your hands on me, we fine. Even if you put your hands on me, I'm going to restrain you. Only thing that I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm faced with the situation is if you spit on me. I don't know. I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't know. But I've never come to that situation, so hopefully I never will. This kid said to me when he seen the chick arguing with me, man, I would have smacked the shit out of her. Me being me, I said, why you ain't do shit? Well, nigga smack the shit out of you. You telling me you would smack a damn female for beefing, but when a nigga smacked your jaw off, smack your beak like Daffy Duck to the back, you ain't do shit. But you telling me what you would have did. And that's what I'm saying about this hood shit. I would have did this. I would have did that. So when he knew he was being filmed, when he knew he had the audience, what did he say? Say one more thing. And he actually planted his feet right to punch her. All I'm saying to y'all is, ladies, in that situation, I don't know. Because to a certain extent, you got to be strong in front of your children too. But at what cost? See, this is the thing with everything. At what cost? What is the pros and cons of the situations, your actions, and how you carry yourself? That is the situation. At what cost? See, me, I play chess in my head and everything just rummages right through my head in that moment. I say, yo, if I stab this nigga till I get tired, what's going to happen? I'm going to be on the run. I'm going to have to go to the bank and get some money out. I'm going to be out of state. I can't drive my truck. If I pay my car note, they can see where I'm paying it from. I can't use my cell phone no more. They can ping my location. They're going to track the phone of the people I'm going to call, and then they're going to find me like that. Nah. Nah. You lucky. And I don't even say that. Just say, nah, whatever. I just go home because there is no way that I'm in any imminent danger. I'm good. But if somebody sees somebody talking to Doggie Diamonds a certain way and it's caught on tape, if somebody sees somebody yelling at me, barking at me, and I didn't kill him, you know what I got to deal with on the internet? You know what you face with when you don't kill somebody? You know what you face with when you don't strike with deadly force over words? You know what you face with? You know when you go back to the internet and I sit here, it's going to be people in the chat that say, you let such and such talk to you a certain way and you didn't do shit. It was just words. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I done been called worse thing. I've been called worse shit by people that I love. I got motherfucking mouths I fed that I ain't ever heard from in months and years. I got niggas who I did shit for that I ain't even do for in my family that I ain't hear from. I got people who I've looked out for where they was able to look out for their family and I ain't heard from them. They are unbothered. They moved on with their life. So it don't hurt. I expect it. I don't have no faith in humanity. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not if you're going to be a piece of shit, it's when. The only problem is I just never know when. But I know you're going to be a piece of shit. You know why? Because if it's possible, it's probable. That's how I live my life. If it's possible, it's probable. I already expect people to turn on people. You know why? Because that's what people do. I had this fucking punk ass dude in my DM. Yo, Doggie this. Yo, Doggie that. I'm engaging him. Yo, Doggie, you're talking to him. Today, he decides to go on my Instagram and tell me why I really ain't shit. And I'm like, yo, fam, I thought we was cool. Where's all this coming from? So it's not if, it's when. So I'm going to block you. He's probably in the chat right now. He's probably going to comment on the video. This is what they do. This is mental illness that happens in our hood, and this is where we at. So if you see me sitting next to somebody and I no longer sit next to them, just know that they did some shit to me that I don't like. If you see me fucking with somebody that I no longer fuck with, just know they did some distasteful, untrustworthy shit. And I don't fuck with them because of that. If you see me with a chick and I ain't with the chick no more, just know that that chick is a fucking piece of shit. I don't fuck with her no more. If you see me with a homie, yo, where's such and such at? Nah, I'm good. Because this is just where it's at. It's not if, but when. And this is how we have to live our life, because I would like to help people. I would like to do shit for people. I mean, I'm just naturally a giver by nature. I don't even know what it is in me that I just say, yo, I got $100, man. You take 96. I'll take 4. I just naturally do that. But now we at a time where you could go all out for people. You could do shit for people. They'll act like you never did shit for them. Look how unbothered these people are. Look how unbothered these people are. These people don't give a fuck. Nobody cares about you. The same foot that you put sneakers on will be the same foot that'll kick you in your ass when you ain't looking. Me, I randomly text people. I randomly call people and say thank you. Say thank you for what? Thank you because you did something for me that you didn't even know you did. Oh, for real, what did I do? You said something. I saw a tweet that you said. I saw a post that you made. I saw a video that you did, and it inspired me. It made me feel good. Thank you. You know why? Because appreciation goes a long way. People die for the lack of appreciation. If you don't feel like you serve a purpose, you're not wanted on this earth, then you don't care. That's why dudes could go out and kill, take a life, and give up theirs. That's why people are haters. That's why every time you see them, you know what makes me mad? Or they think they always got to eat somebody or go in on somebody. You know why? Because they really don't serve no purpose. They're angry, they're mad, and they don't like their life. So they project and try to make you not like people. But when I see other people doing well, I don't give a fuck. I don't care, or I don't not care, because it has nothing to do with me. If that's what you so choose to do, salute to you. But I'm just not that type of person. I don't like that. Hey, if you got cream or mushroom, I don't eat creamy shit besides hummus. Pause. So that's what make that man go outside, just think that his life don't mean nothing, and that woman's life don't mean nothing, and he could punch her in the face, and he end up dying. And that's the hate that's produced in the hood, produced on YouTube, produced in the music, produced in the movies, produced in the TV series, produced on social media, because nobody know how to love on each other at all. And they fake that love shit, but it's love with a price. It's love at a cost, because love don't have conditions. Love don't have conditions. Some people got a lot of conditional love. Love don't have conditions. Love is love. Love is an action and something you feel. So now we're at a time where everybody walking around mad as fuck. Everybody want money, but then get mad when they see somebody with money. Everybody want recognition, but they get mad when other people are recognized. Make it make sense. I don't even get it no more. So a nigga go outside to get some hairy ass chicken wings where it might be rat back there. He going to get some hairy rat and you lost your life. Because you walking around with no love in your heart. You walking around angry. You're that triggered. You're that mad that you would punch a lady in the fucking face. And what was y'all even arguing about? I didn't even see what the argument was about. I didn't see what was worthy to punch her in the face. I didn't see what was worthy for you to die now, because now your ass is dead. You're dead. You're dead. So this is the atmosphere that's produced, and it's prominent with us. It's recycled with us. It's on and on with us. We watch it. We absorb it. We love that shit. We love that shit. We can't wait. We get up every day and absorb anything that's going to shit on somebody else. You know what I love? I'm going to tell y'all one thing I love. That's very funny to me. Cats. You ever see a cat just violate? I just think that shit is hilarious. I don't know. It's just something about cats violating is funny to me. Because I can't speak animal. I can't speak cat. And I be wondering what the hell be going through that cat mind that you just got pissed off and slapped that dog. Why did you slap that dog? Why did you climb up that curtain? Why did you knock that off there? Shit like that does it for me. And I laugh. Josh Rennie, thank you for the super chat. That's it, doggy. People don't care about their life, so they feel the need to take the anger out on other people and take their life. Exactly. Thank you for the super chat. I watch animals. I call my niece and nephew. I do shit that's going to make me smile. One day I was in here, I was laughing. So what the hell was I laughing at the other day? Damn. I was just laughing uncontrollably. And I think this cat, and it was on TikTok. The dog was laying there minding his business, and the cat walked up on the dog and just slapped him. I like, what the hell you slap him for? Shit like that. I laugh at shit like that because animals gonna animal, but they don't have a higher intelligence. So I wonder, is it a scent? Is it a smell? I wonder shit like that. But then now we have people who are on top of the food chain and don't have higher of intelligence. And they ass be dead. They be dying. Anybody who sit before you and try to paint black people with a broad brush is an enemy. Anybody that sit before you, Michael Hughes, thank you for the super chat, the cycle of dysfunction. Anybody that sits before you and tries to paint black people with a broad brush is an enemy to you. You know why? Because I ain't like these niggas. And you not either. And only the enemy sees us all as the same, so they treat us all the same. Yo, nigga in the hairy chicken wing spot, he swing on a lady. Well, he carried guns. He was in the video with a gun. Fuck him. Drop the charges. Now, I'm not angry at the charges was dropped, but I know for a fact that his life just ain't going to mean shit to them. He ain't going to mean shit. Seen him with a gun. He's been arrested. He got them black ass weed lips. Fuck him. That's just how we're looked at. Fuck him. We done seen some of them other folk kill some of our kids who don't have a past, has never been arrested, none of that shit. And they get away with that shit too. So again, when you go outside, be careful of the energy and don't be fearful. Just be careful. Stop walking around scared of every goddamn thing and stop having people make you scared or thinking that the world is about to end. And stop with that doomsday shit, please. Stop walking around fearful. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And if you're a strong believer in God, the way some of y'all like to act on the internet, it's all in his hands anyway. Stop being scared of everything. Stop people telling you to be. I don't even, listen. Stop being scared of every goddamn thing. Just be aware. Just pay attention. Don't be overcautious. Don't be undercautious. Don't be looking around. Because, again, do you know what fear does to you? It debilitates you. If you had a panic attack, if you was fearful, you could not, your legs won't even move. That's your brain so afraid. That's your brain going through so much trauma in the moment that your legs won't even move. And you have people on the internet telling you to be scared. But they super chat adds up. Their Cash App add up. Why they not scared? So again, at the same time, whatever fucking gonna happen. I just pay attention. That's why I don't laugh at death. I don't laugh at tragedies. I don't laugh at shit. That's what all I was trying to say to people. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, but people don't get it because people, rich people have money, people have this. See, you're taught to hate everything that you really secretly desire. And you know who teach you hate? Haters. Before we go, a word from our sponsor. So listen, if you're not watching Doggie Diamonds TV on YouTube, what are you watching? Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Everything is Doggie Diamonds. Yes, everything is Doggie Diamonds. I'm on all social media platforms. I appreciate y'all tonight. I gotta go. Thank you to all the moderators who's here. I wouldn't be able to run good chat rooms if y'all wasn't there. But eradicate a lot of that shit out your heart. Eradicate a lot of that shit out your heart. And remember, food is not only what you eat. You have mental food. It's what you ingest, is your environment. You have living pores. Your skin is breathing. Your skin is dying. So if you around bad air, it can affect you. If you eat the worst food, it can affect you. If you watch the wrong shit, it could affect you. Black Mirror is on too. I like Black Mirror. I'm going to watch Black Mirror. Black Mirror is like some prophet shit. You know what I'm saying? But salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, I'll be back tomorrow. I have a lot of work to do, which I got the internet going crazy because everybody's mad at me over my Pusha T and Jim Jones take. And for all the dudes who's mad at me about Pusha T and Jim Jones, let me tell y'all something. Respectfully, right? I don't talk to men without facial hair. I don't talk to men laying on the floor. I don't talk to men who look like their fingers stink because you digging your ass all day and you typing. I don't have dialogue or debates with white women at all. I don't even talk to y'all about nothing. We have nothing in common. So we're not even going to talk. Seriously. About nothing. Especially not no hip hop. And all these motherfuckers that's in other countries that think you can tell me some shit and you saying cap and you a goddamn Lagos somewhere or Ghana somewhere and you talking about cap. Y'all don't say cap in your country. You don't talk like that. You learning shit off the internet. You're affected by the internet. Pusha T and Jim Jones debate is just something to laugh at. I did 1.5 million views and counting off a tweet. off a tweet. That's how invested they are. Off a tweet. Matter of fact, let me see where it's at right now while we at it. Let me see how much views a tweet has while we're at it. Hold on. Because I said something that just triggered the hell out of people. But I was like, damn, that was smart. Niggas like, fuck out of here. You a goof. All this shit. Oh, this is where we at right now. Hold on, watch this noise. Look. Look at the views on a tweet. A tweet. 1.7 million views. On a tweet. I know what I'm doing. 1.7 million views on a tweet. I just got this notification. I got 100,000 likes on the video. This comes directly from YouTube Studios. 4.6 million views on my channel with 11,000 subscribers in 28 days. So you add the 4.6 million views plus the 1.7 million views. That's how many views I got. The likes on one video is 100,000. Engagement. I know what I'm doing. This is what these folks been doing to us for a while. This is analytics. This is what they've been doing. Why do you think they do the shit they do? And I was trying to tell people that shit. I was trying to give people the game. And they keep talking about Pusha T and Jim Jones. And I'm going to look you right in this camera and tell you, I don't give a fuck either way. It's just something to talk about. But I don't ingest it, right? And another thing before I go, and this is the biggest part of the video besides the above topic. Why do y'all, not my audience, but the audience, why do y'all feel the need to try to educate me about Max B? Make that make sense. Why does the audience, these dudes on the continent, these dudes with anime characters, all this crazy shit, why you think you educating me, Doggie Diamonds, about Max B, when everything that you're using against Jim Jones that Max B said came directly from my interview? But y'all so not knowledgeable, you don't even realize who you talking to. Max B did this. Max B, for real? You don't say. I would have never thunk it. Stupid. Tiptoe. Info.